See this guy right here? He has never received anything on Valentine. That's why he decided to fly to Japan just to ask for free chocolate. Why Japan? Why chocolate? And how much of it would he receive? Don't go anywhere to find out. What do you think? It's Valentine's Day, the day of love. At least when all this was filmed. If you live in Japan or have studied their culture, you would know how unique and well-defined their cultural practices are. On this day, women are supposed to give chocolate to men. On top of that, due to their customary nature, it doesn't even have to be for romantic purposes. You have kiwi choco for colleagues, tomo choco for friends, and homemade choco for true romantic partners. With all these many types of choco, it shouldn't be hard for any Japanese guy to get at least a piece of the confectionery, right? Believe it or not, for more than 20 years, I, a single, slightly above average looking male, have never received a Valentine's chocolate even once. Because I'm not Japanese. Duh, I'm from Thailand. In our culture, men, women, or any gender can give chocolate, but more commonly, flowers to any gender. And it's usually a sign of romantic interest. Though I have never received any of that either. But I always believe that, for some reason, I'm a more popular guy in Japan than in Thailand. And so, a deep part of me always wonder, what if I had been born a Japanese?
Denied.
Or, what if I had been in Japan during Valentine's Day? Despite having come to this country like 5 or 6 times already, as an exchange student, tourist, a dance game competitor, none of these trips, stays, journeys, exchange programs have ever aligned with February 14th. That's why on February 14th, I booked a flight to Japan, picked one of the most crowded spots in the most crowded city, Tokyo, and embarked on one of the most daring challenges of my life. Asking for free chocolate on Valentine's Day. I might be the first foreigner to ever do this in Japan, so I have absolutely zero idea how this would turn out. Stay tuned to find out how many chocolates I'll receive. Right now I'm in front of Akihabara station and on Valentine's Day asking for chocolate, which I haven't received in my entire life. I have been standing only for about like 20 minutes or so, and these signs have caught some attention for sure. People are staring. And say hi to my pet hedgehog, of course, Muhammad Khairuddin at first.
Hi, hello, chocolate please. I want chocolate and I want money too.
I'm not sure if this is like the best location, but considering that Hibukuro is out of options and Shibuya now seems to even be more strict than before, so I guess this is one of the better choices. Right off the bat, we have our first quote situation. Originally, we planned to do this on Ikebukuro. The reason being, it's one of the most crowded areas in Tokyo next to Shibuya, where someone had been warned by the police while he was doing this type of content. However, this is what we found once we arrived. The sign reads, "Let's observe COVID-19 practices. Maintain social distancing. Yay!" But me and my cameraman knew it's Japan and it's 2024. This is just one of their indirect ways of trying to prevent street performers and content creators to cook. My cameraman suggested moving to Akihabara, and honestly, if we had been asked to leave here too, I wouldn't know where else to go. Gozaimasu. Oh, 本当にありがとうございます。本当に。ありがとうございます。嬉しい。最初の1個もらったよ。これありがたいね。Like after like within the first 20 minutes or so, 20 or 25 minutes, I already got my first one. So first Valentine chocolate ever in my entire life. Like seriously, I'm gonna eat it for sure. It says, きっと幸せがやってくる. Happiness will definitely come. Well, I hope so. Like earlier, there were also like 3 police officers, and I think they saw that I was gonna do something, but they didn't say anything. So I guess this is one of the okay place to film your content if you ever come to Japan. So keep that in mind. はい。金のチョコ。バレンタインの日ですからね。いや、バレンタイン、秋葉原ってなんか家でやってるよ、毎年こういうチョコ配ってるどっかで。え？すみません。いやだから秋葉原この日毎年どっかでチョコ配ってるって。どこですか？いやわかんないけどなんか毎年配ってる。いや毎年来てるよ俺。いや多分もっと夜だったら。なんかみんな並んでる。いややってる。あ知らなかったの？知りませんでした。いや毎年やってる。いや国の出身の人じゃないですから。これで りがとうございます。So the second guy, he just said something like, at this location, during the night, there will be some people distributing chocolate, which I've never heard before, but it's possible. After all, this is a place with maid cafes, right? So in case I don't like get really that much chocolate, I'll just have to get in line for that. If it's not here, find out where it is. It has been around almost 30 minutes. Gotta be honest, for those of you who think that this is kind of embarrassing to do, if you're too shy, it's not really that embarrassing for me. The stare that you get from most people is just like curiosity. Curious like what is going on, but it's not like they're gonna come with you and say like, shame on you, or hachi o shirei, or anything like that. What is really gonna be embarrassing or disappointing is if eventually these are the only two pieces that I'll get after like an hour or two, then yeah, it's gonna be a little sad.
Hello?
I just realized one thing. Maybe I should write my YouTube channel. Eh?
チョコあるんですけど。
いいですよ。男性でも女性でも構いませんので。
じゃあチョコで。はい。
ありがとうございます。
頑張ってください。
It's been about 40 minutes. For those of you who wonder, how do you muster the courage to do something like this? You know, like holding a sign in public areas with people walking past and looking at you, looking at your side. Here's a tip. First of all, be prepared. Second, stay optimistic. Number 3, practice. That's a short version. First of all, by preparation, I mean, just use your logic, use your common sense. What are the possible things that could happen when you do your thing? In my case, for example, if I have a big sign like this, there will be people who are just in a hurry and would just read while they're passing by. Others might be in less of a hurry, so they might come, read the whole sign and look carefully, observe me. And of course, a few might want to start a conversation or take my pictures. Once you know what's coming, you can at least prepare strategies mentally on how would you react or retaliate to each situation. This applies to everything, from the most basic situations, like if people look at me, I'm prepared to smile back. Normally, I hate people taking photos of me, but if I'm making content like this, I'll allow it. Go ahead, take my pictures. Up to worst case scenarios, like if a security officer told me to leave, then I would simply comply and find somewhere else to film. However, as mentally prepared or optimistic as I try to be, the following 2 encounters are totally off my predictions. So basically, this guy right here is saying, on the box it says you've been a chocolate reject through your whole life, but clearly today you have already received some, so now you're not a chocolate reject anymore, are you? That word doesn't hold true anymore. Don't you think you can stop now? Okay, what he said is technically true, but first of all, the words that I have written were true before today, obviously. Duh. And second of all, I'm not sure if he's being friendly, trying to crack a joke, being a smart ass, or if this is yet another indirect ways of Japanese people trying to say yamete kudasai. Either way, obviously, he's not a content creator. Like, come on. I'm not doing this for like a 1-minute TikTok video or YouTube shorts, okay? So yeah, I'm sorry for being a little bit greedy, but I'm not leaving yet. And I swear, no sooner had the first guy left than this next person arrived. ダンスゲームですね。はい。コナミが作ったダンスラッシュスタードム。ダンスポ？ああ。ストリートダンス。いやでもちょっとはい。ストリートダンス見たかったんですよ。え？ダンスを見たかった。見たかった。 Yeah.
So the second guy saw that I wrote a dance YouTube channel and became interested because he's a legit dancer. Let's call him Yellow Dancer for short. At first, everything seems nice.
So a guy just said that he wanted to see me dance, but 僕そんなに久々に上手いわけではないですけどね。今主にダンス系もやってますから。できると思いますが。
The thing is, it didn't end there. It seemed he really wanted to shoot a short TikTok dance or real video with me. What am I supposed to do? Put all my stuff aside for a moment to learn a choreo and film it with him? Right here, right now? I did appreciate a conversation with a Japanese person. Not to mention a fellow dancer. I did learn from him that I was probably allowed to film my content because unlike him dancing here years ago, I wasn't making any noise. However, what I did not understand was why he wanted me to dance so badly. I never do two pieces of content at the exact same time, especially when they're not in the same type. Plus, to be honest,
He was kinda getting in the way.
and it's Japan, so we don't always speak our minds directly. I did tell him I'm not going anywhere, nor doing anything else until I get enough chocolate or until it's 7 p.m. But he still waited.
ありがとうございます。チョコケーキ、イエーイ。
And waited. And waited. So yeah, like, I had someone to talk to and practice my Japanese, but it's kind of awkward.
えおーありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。It's 5:30. It has been quite less successful than like the first 40 minutes or so that I started doing this. But maybe because it's getting dark and people are heading places here and there, and it might be harder to see this sign. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna switch my strategy and try to hold it like this. Let's see if I can do it here. Oh shit, this is difficult.
Screw it, I'm just gonna hold the big sign only.
It's not even 6 p.m. yet. Winter in Japan. The last month of winter, by the way. I think I should be standing like until like 6 p.m. This is enough. I mean, it's not a lot by all means compared to the other person who has done it, which was my inspiration to film it today. Shout outs to Sora News. I should be happy that at least I don't leave this place empty-handed. Oh, 本当にありがとうございます。You know, like sometimes when people say that filming content is hard because people don't cooperate, it happens, right? You know, for all content creators out there, like whether you are an interviewer, you try to give someone something on the street, or you try to ask for something from someone on the street. You say sometimes you had little success, but before you blame it on someone else, okay? You have to think about the context, the situation. Have you made it easier for them, for other people, to comply to your needs in the first place? For example, right, if you want to film like an interview video, but you will write so many details on a small whiteboard, let's say a size of an A4 sheet, no one's gonna come and read it, you know? So this is why I'm holding my sign up right here. On top of that, that's why I write all these letters on like 3 pieces of paper, pasted on this is what they call dambo, which means cardboard box, which you can find free in Japan, by the way. I'm doing all this so that it's easy for people to understand. And as you can see, it actually works.
After having stood there for actually almost an hour, apparently the yellow dancer finally lost his patience. I'm really sorry, but hey, it's not like I asked you to wait, okay? Maybe we can do a dance collab next time, alright? When I'm not doing this?
一つ乗ってたんです。一つだけですね。余っちゃった。3つでいいですか？いやいや、じゃあ2つにしよう、真ん中。ありがとうございます。これ余っちゃって、おしっこですか？おしっこ。セオリーのことですか？そう、ユニコーンこれおしっこ。 なんかさっきイケメンからなんか2個もらいましたんですよ。おー、なんか彼が自分で作ったってすごくない？偉くね？ねえ、今日絶対いただきますよ。ありがとうございます。It's 6:40 p.m. It's already dark and it's cold as hell. I originally planned to stay like maybe until 6 p.m. or until like I feel like I got enough chocolate, which I eventually did, as you can see here. Not you, okay? It's not a lot by all means, but yeah. Today is not wasted. I know for sure that, I'm not the most popular guy in Thailand, so now that I came here and received chocolate, なんか自分がね、タイにいる時よりも日本にいた方が向いてるんじゃないかなと思って結構嬉しいです、本当に。
男性からもらっても構いませんので、それも嬉しいんですけど、
情けない目に見てる人は、まあ、いないとは言えないんですけれども、But eventually, I've proven it. Like, yeah, I'm not going home empty-handed. So just know that even if you're not a popular guy, you can still get some free chocolate. So there are actually people like out there who would want to make your day better. But yeah, this project is by all means not expensive, except the plane ticket to Japan. But it definitely does take a lot of courage. I'm glad that I stepped out of this comfort zone and live with something that I can eat on my way home. It also gives me courage that I might do something even crazier, more challenging, more budget consuming. If you want to see what's next, don't hesitate to click that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and happy Valentines.
Alright, I forgot one thing. Like the second guy said, they actually gave out free chocolate on Valentine's. Sorry for being extra greedy, but here I go.